everybody, this is T with Kate's Crafted Closet, and I'm showing you a little home decor piece that I made using some really inexpensive supplies that you can pick up pretty much anywhere. So you can use this little Santa suit as put candy in it. You can put it as home decor, put it on your table, put it on your mantle. You can also give this with little gifts in it to a person that you want to surprise. You can put baked goods in here, wrap them up, and whatever you want to do with this. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you how I made this. So basically, you're just going to need a clay pot. You can use any size clay pot, to be honest with you. It doesn't really matter the size, depending on up to you. This is what I had on hand. So you want to go ahead and paint it red. I use some of this apple barrel paint. This is called Flag Red. You can pick this up at Walmart, any of the craft stores as well too. Very inexpensive. I went ahead and put 2 coats on that, and here it is, 2 coats on the clay pot. So like I said, it really dries really quickly with the clay pot. It doesn't take a long time for it to dry. Literally, it takes minutes to dry. And after it was done, I went ahead and sprayed some of this spray glitter on this. This is stuff I picked up at Halloween, but you can use any kind of spray glitter that you may have on hand, because it also gives it a little bit of a sealant on top of it, so your paint doesn't, scratch off or flake or anything of that nature. If you get it wet, it won't ruin it. You have a little bit of protection on there. So once you get that done, the next thing I go ahead and do is, I have my glue gun warming up here on the side of me. I just got some 2 black buttons. If you don't have black buttons, you can paint it on there. I think you kind of use what you have on hand. Like, I have tons of buttons, so I figure, you know what, I might as well go ahead and use these buttons. So I'm just going to go ahead and put just a little dab of glue will do. If you want to put super glue, you can. It doesn't really matter the adhesive, so I'm just going to put it on there. I'm not going to, don't press super hard, because it could bump off of there, and because it's a round surface, that it's harder for it to stick. So you're just going to go ahead and do this. Add a little bit more glue on that one. That's not just a little bit of glue, that's a whole lot of glue, right? And that's okay. So we'll see what I mean by the button falling off if you don't put it on there correctly, because the other one fell off. Let that dry. I'm just going to put it onto the actual pot this time. Okay, and then we'll clean it off once we're done. But I probably should have held it in place a little bit, but like I said, once this dries, it's what we call these hot glue boogers. We can just peel these boogers off, and voila, done. Perfect, right? So next thing I want to do, this is just some trim that I purchased from Joann's. You can go into the section where there is lace and stuff like that, but this is just some little faux fur. If you don't want to use faux fur on this project, you can paint this white at the top. You can also use cotton balls. You can also cut a strip of white felt and adhere it on there, whatever kind of look you want to go for when it comes down to the fur for your Santa suit. Basically for this I need 8 inches, so I'm going to go ahead and do 8 inches. So I'm going to go to the 13, from 8 to 13. I'm going to grab a pair of scissors, and I'm just going to cut it off. You're going to have a little bit of feathers flying around, but that's okay. So don't have a coffee cup sitting close by to you. And I'm just going to go ahead and put hot glue. I don't really need a whole lot on here, and I really don't need to put it around the whole thing, but I'm just going to, because I can. If you want to, you can use double-sided tape. You can use other adhesives if you want to. You don't have to use hot glue, but I just figure it's also be a little bit easier to remove later on should I really want to use it with the hot glue, because hot glue and certain things just don't always stick the greatest. So I'm going to add a little bit more glue. Of course, my glue gun is empty, but that's okay. We'll just go ahead and apply some more glue into that area. If you want to trim it off, you can. I know I have a little bit of excess, so I am personally going to trim it off because that's just what I'm going to do. You can glue it behind it if you want to, but I'm okay. So boom. And see how it's molting, you know, feathers everywhere, but that's okay. Before you know it, I'll just have to vacuum it up and I'll be good to go. So that is how simple and easy it is to make this little Santa suit. Do whatever you want to do with it as a little gift for the holiday season. So I want to thank you all for joining me today. If you like this video, please make sure you give it a big thumbs up. And make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And when that notification bell pops up, you want to go ahead and hit that so YouTube can notify you when I have another video for you to watch. So thank y'all again, and y'all have a happy holiday and a Merry Christmas. And I will see y'all in the next video, and have a crafty day, y'all.